I just finished the Lorian Legacies, a 7-book series. Let's talk about it. If you have seen the movie I Am Number 4, that movie was based off of this book. So this is I Am Number 4. It's the first book in the 7-book series. It is about aliens that come down to Earth and try to protect Earth from the Mogadorian species which wiped out their planet. So basically they look like humans and they act like humans, but they have superpowers. So this is about John Smith, and he is a 15-year-old boy who ends up getting legacies, which are his powers of being able to shoot heat, like heat rays out of his hands. It's really cool, actually. He eventually becomes fireproof, which is really awesome. The whole series follows John and his adventures in running away from the Mogadorians. First of all, they have to hide. There were 9 original children that came down to Earth with these legacies, and they were separated and scattered across the Earth. They had a spell kind of thing put on them to where they have to be killed in order. So it starts with number 1, 2, and 3 being dead, and then this is I Am Number 4. So this book is basically they are already dead. So the Mogadorians, the bad guys, are coming after him. So he knows he's next, because how this happens is that every time one of their, the Lorians die, they get a scar on their ankle, and that basically says they're dead. The only way that they can be killed out of order is if they all get together, the 9 of them get together, and it kind of breaks the curse or breaks the spell or whatever it is. And so it's really cool because throughout all 7 of these books, they do eventually come together, which means that they can die out of order. And it introduces you to the rest of the characters, number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, which is really cool because that's where you see here where it says the fate of 10. And you're like, what? There's only 9 of them. It's actually really cool. So what I loved about this series, first of all, there's no smut. Like, there's some romances in there, but most of all, it's just about these teenagers that have to fight the Mogadorians who are trying to kill them. Their race, the Lorian race, the Loric, were killed and their planet was basically destroyed. And so they don't really have a home to go to. But now the Mogadorians are deciding, we want to take over Earth. We want to, occupy Earth. So they don't want to destroy Earth. They don't want to kill humans. They want humans to become like their slaves. And so the Lorians are trying to stop that from happening. So each book is freaking awesome. I had a hard time kind of going through it, mostly because I was sad that I was going through it so quickly. So I kind of tried to slow myself down to be able to read them all at a good pace, so that by the time I got to the last one, I wasn't so sad. I mean, I was kind of sad that the series finished, but honestly, this whole series was amazing. All of the characters are developed so well, starting from the very beginning. This one only has 4 in it, and then by the very, very, very end, 6 comes in and is like, hey, I'm 6, what's up? Let's go find the others and save the world. So you've got the power of 6 right here, and this one introduces 7, I believe is what her number is, number 7, and she is in Italy, no, Spain? Spain. She's in Spain, hiding in a convent with some nuns. It's pretty cool, actually. And then the other ones are introduced. Let's see, 5 gets introduced in here, I think. Yeah, the fall of 5. And then you've got number 7, who is 7 is the one that's from Spain. Then you've got 8, who's in India, and 9, who was in, I don't remember, but all of them are introduced. All of the characters are developed really well over the whole story, and you end up falling in love with some of them and hating some of them and feeling bad for some of them. I don't know, honestly, this was such a great series. It would be wonderful for teenagers, probably ages 13 and up, to start reading. Honestly, if you think that they're mature enough, I think my 10-year-old could handle this whole series. I think she's pretty mature for that. There's nothing too terribly horrible in them, and yeah, I highly recommend. This is such a good series, and this is what they look like together. Black, white, black, white, black, white, black. It's pretty cool. So yeah, check out, and it's by Pittacus Lore. So Pittacus Lore is actually not the name of the author. Pittacus Lore is like the elder on their planet, and he came down to Earth and wrote the series. So it's actually ghostwriters, but yeah. I highly recommend The Lorian Legacies by Pittacus Lore if you guys want a good sci-fi, young adult fantasy read. Happy reading.